video is about book 2, about playing waltz with shifting. So you can refer to page 31 of book 2 for a little bit of help with this. Before you try waltz with shifting, you should have done the shifting exercise between first and third position. And you should have done it starting on low 1, as it's written in the book, but also starting on high 1, because that's the shift that we're going to do here. So if you haven't done that, stop and go watch the video about that exercise, the shifting positions to third position. It's on page 29 of book 2. And make sure that you've done that, because this video will be a lot easier if you have. So I'm going to play through and kind of talk about the shifts. In the book, the first shift is from B to D, and a shift is always indicated by a line, if indicated at all. Sometimes it's not, but in this book, in the first bar, it is. So the sound that we want is this, and we know that from the piece. Da, da, da. So you're going to just do a shifting exercise when you get here. So you're playing the piece, and then you stop, and we're going to do an audible shift. So 1, release, listen, and when you get there, you drop the finger pressure, or you apply the finger pressure 3. Okay, and then you play in third position, you play the next bit. So here we go. Okay, now we have to shift back. So this is another shifting exercise, but it's not so obviously written in the book. Your first finger is on the note D, where the third finger is going to be in first position. So we're going to shift back to B. The next note that we actually hear in the piece is C sharp. So this is a guide note shift. We're taking the first finger from D to B. And then when B's found its spot, you drop the second finger onto C sharp and play the piece. So when you're doing your practice, this is what you want to hear. Eventually you're going to take out that audible shift, and it'll sound like this. But I hope that you saw that when I went down, my first finger still did the shift. I just dropped the second finger quick enough that you didn't hear the shift happen. And you may have heard the upshift a little bit because I let it show. But that's the basic principle of the shift. So now I'm going to play through all of the little bits, but if you can identify the guide note and work on that shift separately, which you will have done if you've done the exercise already, then it's just a matter of adding the notes in the new position, which isn't that hard. That's kind of what you've done in Long, Long Ago. What's just really helpful is if you can be very clear about where the shift is, what the guide notes are, how long you stay there so that you're not trying to leave that position early or late, and then exactly how you get out. So it's like most things, you just need a plan of how you're going to get into the new position and how you're going to leave it. Okay, so here's the second line of the waltz options. Here's a special shift because there's an open string next. We just shift back as we cross and play the E. Okay, so without the audible shifting, it sounds. And the third line with audible shift. First finger goes back to B again. Now we drop C natural. Okay, with without an audible shift.